Hi, this is Ziad Ali for Object-Oriented Programming. In this tutorial, we'll see how to install JDK, Java Development Kit, and Eclipse IDE. JDK or Java Development Kit is the software you're going to need and use to write your Java programs. There are multiple versions of JDK. The one you need in this course is called Java Standard Edition. All Java software is available for download at java.oracle.com. Before you go and start the installation, you can check which Java versions, if any, is installed on your machine. Just go to the command prompt and type the following command. In the command prompt, type java-version. On this machine, we have Java version 1.8. Let us say we don't need this version. You need a more recent version, or if there is no Java at all installed. In this case, you need to go and download the latest JDK. To download the latest JDK, you can click on this link to go directly to Oracle site. Here is a list of Java SE standard editions. The latest version is Java SE 15. If you scroll down, you see the versions before it. So we need the latest version. You just click on JDK download. On the next screen, make sure you download the JDK version that is for your operating system. If you scroll down, you will see Mac OS installer and Windows installer. On my computer, I'm using Windows, so I'm going to download the Windows installer. Accept, download, save. Once the bin file is downloaded, you can just double click on it to start the installation. You need an administrator's permission to install such a software. Click Next. One important thing is to see which folder is going to be used to install the latest JDK version. Most probably is going to be in the Java folder of your program files, and usually the installer will select the version number in addition to JDK. I don't recommend to change it at this stage. You just accept the default one, but you need to know it because you need this folder later. Okay, the Java JDK Standard Development Kit has been successfully installed. Just click Close. If you go to Windows, Program Files, Java, here is the folder, and all Java libraries and softwares available inside it. Now, to make sure this thing has been installed successfully in your computer, you can go back to the command prompt and type java-version. What you see now is Java version 15. So the latest one is the current one. You can also just test Java-C, which is Java compiler. If you get an output like this, then your installation is successful. Now we're going to see how to set the Windows environment variable that you're going to need for Java. If you're a Mac user, you don't need to do this step. The installation will start by locating the Java installation folder. Most probably is going to be the Java folder in your program files. Let us see. Here is the folder. I go inside the bin folder and right-click here and copy the address. I need this address later. Next steps are going to be done from inside the control panel. Let me go to the control panel. In the control panel, click on Systems and Security, then click on System, Advanced System Settings, click Yes. Scroll down to the bottom of the window, click on Environment Variables. Under the System Variables, scroll down until you find Path. Now we're going to set this path to know the current installation folder. Click Edit, and here click New, and paste the folder you copied from the Java installation folder. You may see that I have already done that before during the tutorial preparation. So now we know that that folder is known by the operating system. This is a very important step. Click OK and OK. Next step is downloading and installing Eclipse. Eclipse is a very popular IDE for Java developers. It's also very popular in the academy. There are many other popular IDEs like IntelliJ, NetBeans. This is one of the top popular IDEs. Eclipse is an IDE similar to the one you learned with Microsoft Visual Studio before. It contains the workspace and a lot of plugins, advanced plugins that are going to help you in developing your Java projects. Gradually, you will learn a lot about Eclipse. Eclipse itself is written in Java and primarily used for Java applications. You still can use Eclipse to write applications in other languages, but primarily it's used for Java. Latest version can be located from this link. Let's go there. Here I am at Eclipse Foundation. Just look at the left side here, you'll find the latest version, IDE 2012, December. Click download and download. They will auto-detect your system. Save the file. Download is done. To launch Eclipse, just double-click on the installer. Eclipse installer is a bit slow sometimes, so be patient. Once you get this screen, you will select the first option since this is the one you need for Java developers and this is the one needed for this course. This is a very important screen you need to stop at. Here, you see which Java JDK is going to be used by Eclipse. So make sure it's the one you want, is the latest one usually you installed. And the second one is the folder where Eclipse itself is going to be installed. You can have multiple Eclipse versions installed on your machine, so just make sure you know them now. So later, all programs and files can be found in that folder in what we're going to call workspace. Click install. Now the installation is done. You click on launch. Before it starts Eclipse for the first time, they ask you about workspace. Workspace is like a folder where you organized your work. So all the projects and programs and applications you're going to create later are going to be in this workspace. However, you can use multiple workspaces. You can change your workspace. So, but for the time being, I'll set a workspace here. I'll call it Demo Lab. So any project I create now is going to be in this folder. That's it. Okay, here is our Eclipse. Let's take full screen. You have a lot of tutorials and a lot of resources. Now we can start Eclipse. I'll start by creating a simple Java program or a project first. Java file, new Java project. The project name is going to be our hello. And you can look at the current environment, which is Java SE 15, the one we just installed. Click Next. Keep the default settings for the time being. Here there are so many questions. We'll keep them for another tutorial, but please uncheck the Create Module Info Java. They tell you here default output folder will be hello bin. The source files will be under hello folder src, and the bytecodes.class files will be in the bin folder. Let me click finish. Here is our project, hello, src. And if I go to the workspace folder, here is my Eclipse workspace. I said my demo lab is the current workspace. See, there was a hello project created. And you see two folders inside, one for class files and one for your source code. To create your first class, just right-click at the project name, then select New Class. The class name is Hello World. Here, the class name will be created in a separate package. Package is a folder. We have a separate tutorial for packages. So now I'll just create it in the default folder. Default folder is SRC. So it will be created in the SRC folder. I'll select public static void main to get a main function, which is the starting point of any Java application. Click Finish. Here is your class, first class, public class, hello world. Any code you write should be in the main method now. System.out.println between double quotes, hello world, and semicolon at the end. If you go to the folder, you'll find that a new file called helloworld.java source file is created at the SRC folder. Let me compile this code. You can go to project, build project, or build automatically. If you want to run the project, click on this button. I get a problem here, which is JBuilder could not load or find the main class. Luckily, I got it here. To fix such an error, you go to Project or Window, Preferences. Then you look for the installed JREs. Type installed here in the button. Install JREs. And make sure you select this one and go to the folder. See, this one is not the one I'm looking for. Go to the folder where you installed the latest JDK. To locate the right one, you go to directory here and search for the place where you installed the Java Development Kit. It should be in Windows, Program Files, Java, JDK 15. That's it. Select folder. Now you are using the right JDK. Click Finish, Apply and Close. The errors disappeared here since I'm now selecting the right Java runtime environment. If I just run the project, it works now and outputs hello world. If I go to the workspace, here is my demo lab workspace. This is my hello folder, the main folder of the project. Then you have src for source files. If you go to the bin folder, you find the .class file, which contains the bytecodes of the hello.java source file. If you keep getting the same problem, make sure you watch my other video on Java class not found exception, and make sure you uninstall other JDKs and JREs from the control panel, not just delete the folder because there might cause some conflicts later. So what we did is we checked the available versions of JDK in our machine, downloaded and installed the latest version, then we did set the environment variable. Then we downloaded and installed Eclipse, tried our first Hello World Java program, then corrected a problem resulting from inappropriate or wrong version of the JRE in Eclipse.